This is lesson 5 in DADGAD tuning. One thing that I have not addressed too much is the F chord. In standard tuning, F is very difficult to play, but in DADGAD it's very easy. So in this tutorial we will learn how to play Amazing Grace in the key of C. In lesson 3 I showed you how you could take your movable chords that are actually 5 chords, and you can make the major chords or minor chords by adding one note on the 3rd string. So I have not shown you, or we've not addressed the F chord very much, and that chord is very difficult to play in standard tuning, but in DADGAD it's very simple. I showed you how you could play your G major, G minor, your A major, A minor in that tutorial number 3. So if we wanted to play Amazing Grace in the key of C, we would have C chords and G chords and F chords. If you take a G chord shape and scrunch it up very tightly so that you are playing the 2nd, 4th, and 5th strings in the G chord shape, that would be a C chord. Of course you're adding a D on the 1st string, so you're adding some beautiful ninths in there, which makes it sound more dreamy. So in C, in the key of C, starting with C, Amazing Grace, and then the F chord would be the 3rd string 2nd fret, the 4th, 5th, and 6th strings 3rd fret, just like I showed you your movable shapes in lesson number 3. So Amazing Grace, how sweet, back to C, the sound that saved a wretch like G, the movable major chord shape. I once, C chord, was lost, back to F, but now G am found. If you want, you can play the A minor shape up at the 5th and 7th frets and then walk it down to a G chord. If you wanted to make it really dreamy, you could go to your 4 chord F and then back to C. So it'd sound like this. Amazing Grace, F, how sweet, C, the sound that saved a wretch, G, like me. C, I once was lost, F, but now G am found. A minor was blind, G walked down, but now F I see, and then back to C, the C chord. If you wanted to make it a little more simple, rather than going all the way to the 5th and 7th frets for your A minor, you could do the simple A minor 7 that I showed you in lesson number 4, I believe it was. Maybe it was number 3. But it looks like a reversed A minor 7. Rather than the 1st fret of the 2nd string, it would be the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So it would be like your C chord that I just showed you, that was like a scrunched up G chord, just to open up the 5th string, and you could play the A minor that way, so you would avoid moving around too much. But the beauty of the movable chord is that you're playing the same strings, and you just need to slide the chord down, making it from a minor chord to the major chord, and then back to C chord. So I hope that you have learned in this lesson that playing in the key of C in DADGAD tuning is a little bit more simple than playing in standard tuning, and it sounds better too.